Why do I look so upset? And why am I not happy right now? Before I tell you that, I want to ask you guys two things. First, how many of you feel that you have to be absolutely responsible for everything? Number two, how do you guys and gals feel when you have to literally tear your hair out or scream or yell just to get your points across? That hand is meant for both questions, ladies and gentlemen. Now that you answer those questions and all that stuff, you're not alone. And yes, I feel your pain the same way as well, though. Here's a disclaimer, though. I do love my friends, I do love my family, and I do love life in general. It's just that it's time for a change, you know? Time for it to become more equal, if you know what I mean. Welcome to Rants, ladies and gentlemen. And yes, I am a little bit upset right now. My heart is literally pounding to an extreme, and which is exactly why I don't have the time nor the place to do what I want to do best, which is giving you guys some content and of course keeping that up on a constant regular basis. But alas, our time, we responsible people, and you know who you are, ladies and gentlemen, if you're with me on this one, know that we sometimes, if not all the time, that we have to be responsible for those that can't even lift a finger, even though they have working arms and legs. Let's start off with the most important, family. Now, you wake up every day, you brush your teeth, you make yourself breakfast, and yet you found that during the morning there's dishes clogged, the floor is a mess, your room's a mess too. So naturally you'd be like, oh, okay, maybe I'll just pick up my own stuff first though. But yet no sooner than you start to pick up your own stuff, oh, Chito, can you do this first? Oh, Chito, can you do that first? Sure. I'll be happy to do that for you, though. At first, it goes well. Just one or two things. It's really simple. But then, during that middle, you get tasked to do another thing. And then another. And then another. You heard them the first time, and already you just want to... tell them to be quiet and let you do the task at hand first. Now, I know that in the real world that, you're going to be told what to do, like in jobs and all that stuff. But yet, some people are not built, to handle that kind of stress, though. I am, though. I can do things rather quickly and efficiently, though. But yet, sometimes, though, I get exhausted, but yet no one seems to notice. Anyways, let's get back to the family thing, shall we, though? So, in my case, though, everybody's a hardworking adult. We get it, okay? But then in the household, in home, though, it's like no one wants to do anything. Except for one other person, me and another person. But then the rest of them, unfortunately, can't seem to just get up and do it. Why tell the others to do it for you, even though, like I said before, you have working arms and legs? It's a doable task. It's so easy, and as Geico says, a caveman can do it. You know what I call them? Irresponsibleness. So I have to be responsible for the simplest things that you can do, while at the same time I have to do my own things every single day. It just doesn't work like that, ladies and gentlemen, no? I mean, you have other adults around you that can do the tasks that you can do, But then their most bullshit excuses that I've ever heard so far, I'll name 3 from my favorite though. First, oh, but you do it so much better. Second, you can get it right the first time. Third, and most importantly, I don't feel like it. You don't feel like it. You don't feel like it. Wow. So, to me, they're a bunch of failures. Okay? To me, that's just, life's way of telling me they need help. That they need to do something with themselves fast. Because one of these days, I can't hold their hand forever. What if I move out? What if I go away somewhere? And is something going to happen while I'm away? Is the house going to be on fire or something like that? It just won't do. It just will never do. Now, like I said, I love my family, but sometimes the contribution in the household is just simply not enough. Everyone knows, including me, and I know you guys and gals as well, that in a household, everyone has to contribute something. If you have working arms and legs, then you'll be able to contribute. There's such a thing as equality, ladies and gentlemen. Equality. But yet, the balance is half responsible, half irresponsible. Why not everybody responsible? Now, I'm gonna tell you guys something else though, and this is pertaining to the second topic as well. Property. You know how to take care of your things, everything is in mint condition. Then suddenly you hear that everyone else's property is either damaged or broken or anything else though. And yet, they tend to borrow yours for a long period of time, and yet for the most of the day, you never see it again. You just don't. And same thing with money too. They take a set amount of dollars from you, or yens, or wherever you're from, right? Promised you they pay you back, but then a week later or a month or so, it never happens. So I'm thinking of 2 things. Either I am really, really that responsible, or they're just taking advantage of the fact that I can do the job, whereas they cannot though. And therefore, the only way for them to get by is to ask others to do it for them. So I'm just going to move on from there. I mean, I'm pretty sure you guys got the gist of it, though. I know there are 1 or 2 family members in your immediate area that does this from time to time, and yet you tell the guy and gal to really, really, really step up their game and to be a man or a woman about it. This telling other people what to do game is getting really old really fast. And that leads me to friends, ladies and gentlemen. Unlike family, friends come and go. You alone are responsible for the number of friends you have, the number of friends you choose, and most importantly, how long you spent with each friend. Time does not exist in a friendship. There is no such thing as, oh, I know this person for a long time. Even one thing can change all that. One thing. Now, there is such a thing as true friends and false friends. True friends will have your best interests at heart. They will care for your well-being. They are responsible in the fact that they will, pay you your money back or make sure you get home safely, check up on you from time to time. Making sure that they are the friend that you deserve to have. Whereas false friends, who are the irresponsible ones, that tells you, oh, you can pay for all that, or, oh, can I just get this? I'll be right back, but never return it. Or my favorite though, ooh, look at this. Ooh, somebody did this. Somebody did that. Spread rumors, all that. Yeah, they try to spread rumors about you and give you some false information, and they just plain lie to you. Yeah. And therefore they lie to you and all that stuff, and just to get you to do things for them, or, oh, my arm hurts and everything. I'm a little bit sick. Can you take over for me? Yeah, thanks though. But in reality though, they're not though. What are they just faking it? Right? It's like they go out of their way, to do whatever it takes just to make sure that we responsible people work the hardest while they get away with it as if they, rob a bank and then just no one's there to stop them. It's like, they get away with stuff a lot. And I just don't, for the life of me, understand that how are we supposed to tell our story while we responsible people get blamed for everything and have to take all the heat, While over there, the moronic, irresponsible people gets all the credit and just go on their merry way. It's ridiculous, ladies and gentlemen. Ridiculous. And not to mention that every time I speak out, and you guys speak out as well though, all of a sudden they all teamed up against you. It's like all three of them became united suddenly just to try to keep you in control, just to try to keep you from doing something different, so that way you can resume this whole everyday cycle that you're stuck in. Which leads me to the general topic, which is the final one, really, though. So, like I said, love life in general, but sometimes the irresponsibleness of a lot of people nowadays is just out of hand. Like, you go outside, right? You look around. There's trash all over the floor. There's on the paveway. And not to mention that their own properties are a huge mess. And yet you look at them and you look at yourself and be like, I am not cleaning that up. I am not cleaning that up. I'm not. That's on you. And not to mention that every time I even go outside, and I even bumped into someone by accident though, I mean, sure, I'll take full responsibility for it, but then when somebody bumps into me though, they'd be like, hey, watch it, or watch where you're going. It's like they're not responsible enough to fault themselves. It's like they'd rather point fingers everywhere rather than be responsible for their own actions. I just don't understand, like I said, why they can't just take the blame, They're the ones that did it. Why not man up and apologize for it, It's dumb. It's petty. And most importantly, it's stupid, How? How for the life of me that I have to spend one more day just doing the same over and over, even though that everybody else can do the same thing that I can, which means that they don't know how to do What is it? Their brains are too smallish to handle? Can they not comprehend? But better yet though, maybe I know why they don't do the things they do. 'Cause they don't listen. Alright? They had a chance, to go to a school or to find a job or to do this and that though. And what did they do with those chances? They passed them up to take the lazy route, the couch potato, and just says, you know what? I'm just gonna live life as I see it, a lazy, good for nothing, stupidity, mindless moron, And all I have to do is get some sucker who knows how to do everything and just turn them into my Yeah, you do that. But here's a news flash. For all you irresponsible people out there who think that they can get away with it, guess what? One of these days, it just takes one day for us to say no. Why do you think no was invented? For that very reason, and others as well. Even though I may not look mad right now, but deep down inside, I'm infuriated. I am pissed off at the fact that this is every day, you know? It's time for a change. It's time to stop. And this is not going to last forever. Because like I said, one day, we're just going to flat out tell you no. We're just going to flat out say, if you have working arms and legs, you can do the yourself, get your ass up, make something of yourself, and be somebody for once in your life. Don't be a failure. Don't be a loser. And most importantly, and I cannot stress this enough, be responsible. Does that word even comply? Do you really understand the meaning and the origin of that word? That's probably the most important word of your life, though. We are not going to hold your hand forever, you stupid, irresponsible people. And yes, I'm talking to you, you stupid couch potato, if you're sitting on one right now. Yes, you. Stop eating them damn chips and just get up, okay? We responsible people are fed up to the fact that we can't get you to change. And if you really, really love your family and friends and all that stuff, if you really do, you say to yourself, you're right. I understand what they're saying now. I realize I was wrong. I'm going to get up and I'm going to start being responsible starting now. That's why, and it's going back to me, that's why I don't have time nowadays, you know? This is exactly one of the reasons why I can't do much of anything. Sure, I can do a lot though, but what about my own things? What about, following your dreams and all that stuff? It's just that we need time to do it. But yet they don't give us that time. Because they're too busy being losers. Sore losers. And why did I remain silent for that brief second? I'll tell you. And you really, really want to know this. Sometimes I feel like crying. So I ask myself, how did I get here? Why am I, blessed with this multi-talented, powers and all that stuff? Why did I take the hard route where I can just make it easy? Now, why I take the hard route, you may ask? Because it's the right thing to do. I believe in my own heart and spirit that if I can make something of myself, I have a better chance of surviving. It's survival, ladies and gentlemen. Survival. That's all there is to it, though. Responsibility is a very, very important tool for survival. They go hand in hand, Your brain, right, comprehends that. But yet what I just don't get is, why do you do it in the first place? Why? What's the point? You know what, ladies and gentlemen? No more. That's it. I'm done, trying to be responsible for other people. And if they ask me to do something else the next time, yeah, I'm just gonna say no. I need to do my own things, like I said. It's about time I finish what I started. And it's about time I stand up for myself. So that way, they can understand and comprehend. It's time for a change, And I'm pretty sure you all heard about this. Oh, let's all change. Let's make this great again and all that stuff. You hear a lot of that stuff, but yet no one is doing anything. It's up to us, the responsible people, to make that happen. And that's saying something. That's why I do the things I do. Because I'm responsible for it. I make sure that it all gets done. So, before I leave though, I'm going to give you guys and gals one last piece of advice. Don't overwork yourself. You're not a superhuman. Okay? Some people, the irresponsible ones at least, may think you're superhuman, but in reality, you're just like them. Okay? Now, and another thing though, and I'm sorry about that. I should have mentioned this before, but this needs to be mentioned. Unless you are physically or mentally disabled, if you have non-working arms and legs, then that is the only time that we responsible people can say, let's do everything for you. Because we know that you cannot do these tasks yourself. Okay? That's the only time that we are more than happy to help you with. And that is about time, ladies and gentlemen, though. So I hope that this inspires you to change in things. And you know what? I actually feel a lot better getting this off my chest. Sometimes you just need to talk to something, But until then, this has been Chito2500's. Thank you all so much for coming. And hopefully, that we can make a change, like I said. Hopefully, things will start to look up. Till then, have a good day. And I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.